Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the guru inside of you. Hey, beautiful. Hey, handsome. And if no one has told you today yet that they love you, let me be the first, because it's truly the deal. Love makes the world go round and round and round. And we're going to start off this day with some positive energy. Hey, it is January the 4th it is, and we are on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. For the year of 2019, I made a commitment 365 days of helping you tap into the yogi in you. And I'm excited. I'm on a roll. I'm on day number 4. And so today what we're going to talk about, and that is about love, love, love. You know, loveology, okay, as far as spirituality is concerned. And what we're going to discuss today is the relationship between Kountry Wayne and his beautiful wife, as well as Jess, the wonderful comedian. It looks like there's a love triangle going on there. As you're well aware of, Kountry Wayne is a famous social media just star. I absolutely adore him, and I absolutely love his comedy. He mixes comedy in with inspiration and motivation and all that wonderful stuff. And today, he's the subject of the joke's on him now. And to be honest with you, it really isn't funny. But we're going to look at it in a spiritual perspective. I think, in all relationships, in all love relationships, I think that we need to really establish it from a spiritual perspective and to analyze it, because, people come to me and they always ask my advice about, people want to learn from other people's mistakes. There's a saying that goes that the best mistakes to learn from are other people's mistakes. To save you time, money, energy, and stress. And so we're going to see the blessing and the lesson as far as this situation is concerned. It was shared with me that his wife had informed, I guess, the public or the crowd that she wasn't going to divorce him, and Jess responded that, she knows he's married and she has no intention of interfering with that, being a homewrecker, and that she still wants Chris Brown to give her a call. Took it out as a comedic type of thing. And of course, we haven't heard anything from Kountry Wayne. Yes, his rep is on the line. And so with that in mind, what I'm going to do is give you my spiritual perspective as far as the matter is concerned. One of the things that I want to send out, light and love to Kountry Wayne. I want to send out light and love to his wife, and I want to send out light and love to Jess. But one of the things that I want to truly help a lot of women out there, and particularly in the situation with his wife is concerned. I don't remember the gorgeous lady's name, but in a nutshell, we're going to call her Kountry Wayne's wife. And what is very clear is Kountry Wayne, as many of the pros that he has in his life, he has some sand scars. And one of his major sand scars is that he is, a lover of women. And he has 9 kids, ladies and gentlemen. Take a hint. I mean, it always comes and it always shows you who you are. 9 children by almost, 8 or 9 different women. He always talks about it in his community shows, how much he owes child support, etc. And so that's him. That has been him. That has been his pattern. So if his wife thought that just because he put a ring on it, that his persona or his personality or his sand scars were going to, essence of him, was going to change. And I promise you, most likely it hadn't changed before he got married. It's not going to change after he gets married. if he does not want it to, if he does not go through the formalities that it needs for it to change. Maya Angelou said it best, the great angel that she is now. And that is, people will show you who they are the first time. Believe them. And if you know that that's their weaknesses and you're willing to accept that aspect of them, then it's all good. It's all God. It's all real, But you have to deal with some realities, because when you bring in their energy, here comes where, when you really truly understand the power, when you bring in the energy of someone else's spirit. Because when you ever have any type of sexual relations, no matter what your intentions are, it is a sacred and it is a spiritual act. And that energy, that vibration frequency of that person is with you. You're making a very spiritual connection that transcends the energy. So if that person is positive and things of that nature and comes into with this positive energy, then it will bring positivity into the relationship. But if it is of negativity, if it is lying, if it entails cheating, and it entails stealing, all of those things happen in a relationship, then it breaks basically the vibration frequency, tears and it destroys the relationship on a spiritual fabric. So it can be amended, but it is very, very, very important for all parties involved that when you truly honor and love and respect someone, you do not, in the sacred covenant of marriage in front of God, you do not jeopardize that sacred union. We have in the world have trivialized marriage. It's so easy to get a divorce and break the ties at the physical level. But on a spiritual realm, it's not that easy. It truly can't get done, and it really affects your karma in a negative fashion. So I say this to Jess. Hey sis, you're really ruining your karma, because when you get involved with a relationship with someone, you're going to want to be sacred, you're going to want to be real, or you've jeopardized it for the opportunity for someone to cheat on you because of the vibrational frequency that you created and the karmic that you developed, that it's going to be a reflection upon you. It doesn't care if it's in this lifetime, next lifetime, we all got to own up to our karma, our karmic obligations, and so shall you. In Kountry Wayne, need I say any more? We're talking about 9, 10 times all that energy and power, all that which you have earned, and all that which you've gained as far as your fame, as far as your fortune, and as far as your family. Keep in mind, you're not only taking the show on a road for yourself and the well-being of your family, but you've got many business partners that you're working with. You've got many companies that you're working with that's putting a lot of people in business, and it is giving a lot of people the opportunity to live a livelihood. So you're really jeopardizing other people's livelihood, which will affect your karma tenfold. So ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that one act upon someone else could and will affect hundreds of thousands of people. Need I say any more? You all know comedians, the karmic responsibility of Bill Cosby. Can you imagine the hundreds and thousands of millions of people that he affected, their karma, as far as his one act, as far as what he did to several women, etc. You would think Kevin Hart, Kountry Wayne, all you other comedians, you would learn from Bill Cosby's mistake. He's lost everything. But more importantly, he lost his soul. And nothing that is priceless, nothing, no amount of money, no amount of power can forsake that responsibility. So I implore you, to take your marriage vows sincerely. I implore you to really fully understand the sanctuary experience of the union between two individuals. Now, a lot of people will say marriage isn't natural, it's not normal, etc. And I beg to differ. Because when you understand the power of energy, when you understand the power of vibrational frequency of one soul, and being able to unify and bring life into the world, that is a miraculous experience. That is when you are co-creating with God, particularly you ladies. Your power, your goddess essence, your divinity is so much more potent because life comes through you. And once again, you can birth your heaven or you can birth your hell. So we have to really honor it and treat it with the utmost sacred experience as possible. So, what I say to all that are involved, and also understand Diva, the one that so-called is the victim, there are no victims here. Maybe in your past lifetime or in this lifetime, you've cheated or done something wrong. It doesn't necessarily have to be you cheated in a relationship with someone. Did you cheat someone out of money? Did you lie to someone about who and what you were, etc.? We gotta look at all of those things. We gotta immediately own it. Whenever anything so-called happens to us, we have to always ask ourselves, how did I play a participatory role in that experience? So we get the blessing in the lesson. If you start playing the victim, blame, shame game, that leaves you powerless. And that puts you in a position of not being able to solve your problem. We've got to analyze. We've got to put in proper perspective. How did I play a role in that? And immediately ask for forgiveness. Yeah, believe it or not, to Kountry Wayne. Ask for forgiveness to yourself. And ask for forgiveness to Jess. And all parties involved. Kountry Wayne, you ask for forgiveness to Jess. You ask for forgiveness to yourself. You ask for forgiveness to your wife. And Jess, you do the same thing too. Okay? So we can bring things all into the great existence of what love is all about. What is love? A constant, repetitious cycle of love, acceptance, forgiveness. Love, acceptance, forgiveness. Love, acceptance, and forgiveness. Love, acceptance, and forgiveness. And now speaking to existence, the type of relationship that you want. Not only speak it to, after you speak it to existence, visualize it, pray and meditate on it. And then again, after you do that, then start living it, being it, and then act on it. And with that said, I pray for the healing of Jess. I pray for the healing of Kountry Wayne, and I pray for the healing of Kountry Wayne's wife. I'm glad that she's chosen not to get a divorce, but I'm hoping that they all have chosen to take the blessing and the lesson and take advantage of this opportunity to formulate a wonderful union that will be beneficial to all. Because a lot of people are in a business relationship when it comes to love. It's a love business relationship. You do this for me, I do this for you. You don't cheat on me, I won't cheat on you. That's a business transaction, and maybe that's where it gets skewed. We sometimes do that in a relationship where it's very conditional instead of unconditional love. Love is no envy, does not boast, doesn't, afford ill will upon other individuals. So we've got to get back to the basics as far as what love is truly all about. So I'm wishing everybody in this scenario the very best. Sending them light, I'm sending them love, and I'm sending them healing. With that said, thank you so much for coming to the Holy Yogi. And if this wonderful spiritual message, resounded with you, giving a lot of love to the new subscribers that are in our tribe with that wonderful spiritual vibe. And I want to send out light and love to each and every one of you. So do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into business of not gossiping. Let's get into business of healing. Yeah. And guess what? It's still exciting. Ooh, to live an enlightened life. I will see you on the other side tomorrow in light, love, peace, joy, and happiness. Bye-bye for now. Like, comment, subscribe to the Whole Yogi, where we help you find the goo inside of you.